And it's like, if I gotta do all this by myself, then I don't need a record label. What's up, everybody? I'm Crisean, and you're watching #Verse TV. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a little fun with us.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Troy Beats Music here, and if you hear my voice, you know what that means. It's time for All the Tea with Verse TV here right now. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right to it. In the building, all the way from Baltimore, we got in the building Crisean, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Thank you for being here, Crisean. We appreciate you.
Hi, everybody.
So, man, for those audience out there who, I just mentioned you're from Baltimore. I'm not sure if that's where you normally where you were born or if that's where you reside. But tell me where you're from originally, and if you're from originally. You said you are from Baltimore originally?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, has being from Baltimore influenced your music at all? First of all, before I get into that, I know you do something a little bit different. So, tell me the style of music you do. Let's get into that first.
Well, I don't think I'm not going to categorize. That's why I name myself pop. I love R&B music. That's my first love. But because I'm so eclectic, that's why I named my genre. I named what I do pop, because it's just easier to throw a lot of things into the pop category. So I wouldn't think that I am one genre, but being from Baltimore has influenced, especially my up tempos. Like my first single on my album Opus One is Blow Speakers, and Blow Speakers is heavily influenced by Baltimore club music. Growing up, I love club music. It's just everything about it. The beat of it, the funness of it, the not taking itself so seriously, and that's what inspired me when I went in to make Blow Speakers. It was just a fun time. It wasn't me trying to overthink things. It wasn't me trying to take myself serious at all. I just wanted to make a fun song. That's why it's highly repetitive, because Baltimore Club is repetitive AF. And it's just a fun song, but I did want to consciously make it kind of like an anthem and not just a love song. So that's about the only thing. And I wanted to make an anthem about just being single, and when you're done with that bad relationship, it used to be I don't know where you're from.
I'm from New York.
I don't know if you remember a club called Hippo. Did you ever go out? So at Club Hippo, I used to go there every Thursday night, and that was like a hip hop night, whatever, mainly for the black gays. So, and they had speakers, and for years, I used to be so scared to dance on the speakers. But one day, I was tipsy off of Jello shots, and I got my ass up on the speakers, and ever since then, I never looked back. I always tried to make sure that I got up there and I danced on the speakers. So that's why I named it Blow Speakers, and at the time, I was getting over somebody that I liked a lot, and just writing my song off of that time, being newly single, being newly free, and just getting up on those speakers and just dancing my life away.
Come on, breaking out the speakers. I see. Look, it took that one thing to change that, make a change. And sometimes it's that one thing that's all we need. How long have you been doing music overall?
I've been doing music ever since I was about 8. Earlier than 8. I've been singing songs in front of my family members. I remember when my grandparents were living, we used to go down to their house, and they would have these Christmas holiday parties, and we would just sing. Me and my cousins and my siblings, we would just sit there and sing Disney songs, especially The Lion King. That was my favorite. It was just sing Disney songs in front of them and perform in front of them. So I always loved music, and it wasn't until I watched Brandy's. I was watching Moesha, and it was like UPN, and it was like the world premiere of Brandy's new music video with Monica, "The Boy Is Mine," and that was the first time. I think it was the second time ever I saw a music video, because I think on UPN they debuted the Spice Girls music video first. But I really wasn't. I was a little bit too young to be into music. But at that time, when Monica and Brandy came on, I was like, "You can do this for in real life. Mm-hmm. You can do music for real. It's just not in a cartoon. It's not voiceover." So I was like, "I want to do that. I want to make music videos. I want to sing on the radio." And ever since then, it changed my life. The Boy Is Mine was my first ever music purchase, other than Disney movies and soundtracks. But that was with my own money. Brandy and Monica's albums were my first albums I've ever purchased, and ever since then, I never looked back. I've always wanted to do music. But as my own artist, it was about 2013, and I I was like, I just gotta do this, because I went to open mics and I went to contests and stuff like that, and nothing ever came about it. And I told myself I was gonna do this on my own. It was I was like, I just gotta do it. And at the time, around that time, it was like everybody was like, record labels want you to do this and that and do this and that. And I guess, as when you're young, you only look at like the zeitgeist, what's happening, and it's like, if I gotta do all this by myself, then I don't need a record label. So I'm just gonna continue to do these open mics. I'm just going to continue to do these contests. But a year turns into two, turns into three, and if in the whole getting a record deal is such a double-edged sword, because you're literally you they give multitude of access, but you're literally sitting there waiting for somebody to discover you, waiting for somebody to tell you that you are special, waiting for somebody to open the door for you. And what if that person never come? Sometimes that person never comes. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it myself. I'm just gonna have to record myself. And I've tried to get people. I try to get producers. I try to get people to want to work with me with songwriting. And it was just so hard. Like, so people don't want to work with you because you don't have anything. People don't want to work with you because you're a certain genre, and they put you in that certain mode. And then there's the money issue. Like, at that time, I was about like, what, 20, 21, 20, 20, in the 21 to 25 range. And in that range, I had a job, but paying $150, paying $200 for music, at that age, it's just a lot. Like, it's a lot of money, and I'm like, I can't. Some people don't want to work with you. Then you can't afford stuff. So I was like, I had software before from this software called M Audio, and it was like this USB mic that you could record yourself. But then my computer had crashed. So then in 2013, I told myself, when I wanted to do this on my own, I looked up what other kind of software M Audio was, because that's when I was taking myself seriously. And then I do admit, at that age, I knew I wanted to do music, and I knew I wanted to be an artist, but I was mainly focused on going out and spending my money on clothes. And sometimes you just have to tell yourself, you have to get yourself in the mind frame to take yourself seriously and then take your dreams into your own hands. So I looked up M Audio stuff, and they were working on a new software called Ignite, and it was a musical software. And at the time, I was trying my best to save up for Pro Tools. Pro Tools at the time was like $700 something.
Right.
Everything was just deterring me. Whether I wanted to do this, whether I fucked up my aunt's car, had to pay her $500 for that. everything, and it was just so hard. But then Ignite came, and Ignite was free if you purchased a MIDI keyboard or anything MIDI at the time. And I already had previously had a MIDI keyboard, and I had the USB mic, but I wanted to upgrade. So I spent maybe like $150 to $200 on a MIDI keyboard, got the Ignite software, and I would just start playing it. And then that February, Beyonce's "Life Is But a Dream" came on, and it inspired the hell out of me. When I took everything full throttle, I started taking everything full throttle, and that's when I really started taking the brand Crisean seriously.
Got you. And when it comes to
I
your
don't mean to
beats,
be long-winded.
no, I got you. I'm listening. You got us in tune. We into it. When it comes to your, since we're talking about your music, like, so do you produce your own beats or somebody else produce your beats? Do you write your own music or somebody else writes it?
I write everything. I produce everything. Like I said, it was up to me to take my career and take my dream into my own hands. Like things were just way too expensive for one track, and then so many producers had so many stipulations, and I've always wanted to be hands on. I never saw myself as a producer though, but I've always knew what I wanted, how I wanted my songs to sound. Like I said, when I used to go to the clubs, I used to just tune out and just hear every instrument and the music and just soak up every like beat, and I would hear like certain sound effects that they would use, and it would inspire me to like, this is what I want my music to sound like. This is how I want it to sound. And at the time, I didn't want to do it, and it was the most stressful thing ever trying to produce your own music, but I had to do it.
Yeah, I know what that's like because
I started writing songs when I was about 13, and then I started producing my own music in 2013.
Yeah, I started writing music when I was 13, 12, and we were on the same age. Well, I'm a couple months older because I turned 34 this year, but you know, there's a difference in, you know, things that we, you know, our similarity in what we did, and that's kind of crazy. And Adrian, that's so like, that just shows us being in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. Like, it's so dope. I'm like, especially through Verse TV, like, I've been meeting a lot of amazing people who are on the same wavelength to do some amazing things. I feel like,
yeah, I'll look you up. I think you have a very powerful voice. I like your voice a lot. And I actually seen you when I started, because y'all used to work with somebody that I know, Buddha, and Buddha introduced me to Verse TV, and I started following y'all through there. And then when you popped up, I'm like, where do I see him from? Because you watched The Circle, and I saw you on The Circle. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So then when I watched the episode with I forgot his name. Yes, Earth Tone, and they do the podcast, the Herbal Tea podcast. Right. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's who because he had mentioned you on there, because y'all collaborated together.
Yeah, we did a couple things together. Yeah. Dope. See, come on now. No one's ever actually said that I looked you up to me on here, so that's the first. So that's to know that people are paying attention too. I would have did the same thing, I ain't gonna lie. But good to know. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, of course, I have to look you up, you know, which is, you know, my job. But I think I shout out to you for doing the same thing. When I feel like, you know, I'm definitely on the same way. Like, I started, you know, writing music at 12, and I started producing my own stuff. And I never thought I would do any of those things. But like you said, if no one wants to do it for you, you got to do it for yourself. So it's important that you do that. And since we're talking about your music, let's talk about something more specific.
You can find me on all platforms. You can find my music everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Bandcamp, on my website, Crisean.com. If you want to buy my music, that's the best way to buy it, because I get way bigger cut on Crisean.com, Crisean.com. All socials, I am Crisean. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.